Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It is Friday. We have made it almost to the weekend. Woo! Am I going to pretend like I have a weekend? Yes. Do I? No. Yeah, it is the 12th? 11th. 12th of December today. We are doing well. We're getting there. I am currently just boxing up the apple crumbles tarts that we made yesterday to go into the shed. I was boxing them and then realised I had to film it, and then realised after I had to film it that I have to actually put these into plastic bags. So we're going to do that while we're filming. Bear with, I'm going to pause you for a second. Okay, well, the kettle is boiling because I haven't actually had a cup of tea yet, so you guys are getting half awake, Holly, because I have no tea in my system. To those who watched yesterday's video, I had planned to come in earlier, like a lot earlier in the morning. Today, I forgot to set my alarms last night, so that didn't happen. It was normal time for me, but it's all good because it just means I will probably be working till 10 o'clock tonight, which is fine. All good. My other half will just sort his own tea out. It's alright. I got him a store-bought lasagna, so I think he can do it. Yeah, that is the plan. Or I'm just going to say to him, there's pizza in the freezer. I mainly thought lasagna because then you can have the leftovers tomorrow. Because I am not going to want that when I get home. But yeah, so it's currently 8:15. I don't see me leaving much before 10 o'clock. Probably will be, if I do film the whole day, probably do this in multiple parts because you don't want 3 or 4 hour long videos of me talking. Oh no, this one broke a little bit. Oh no, Melanie. Sorry, it's all good. It's in the top there. So yes, these are all getting packaged. Then we're going to top the school cakes and stuff. So I'm going to do that. I forgot to press record. My bad. Ay. I do have a little bit of a blocked nose today, guys, so if I'm breathing heavy, I do apologise. Probably should move the mic a bit further down, but I'll do that in a second. So, I'm not going over the top with the icing on top of these ones, because I don't personally think it needs it, because it's sugary enough. So, there's one. It's so nice when we had the new shed built, and I can do more stuff like this. So I think we're going to charge about, with the boxes, I think these are going to be about $6.50-ish. I need to double check that in my head. I can't remember how much the boxes were, but I think like max $6.50. You may only put them in for $5 for the first couple of days of doing them, but yeah. Now these do have to set before I package them. I don't know what time the shed's going to be open today. Even if the weather turns absolutely horrendous, then it won't be. I'm opting to not open the shed when it's pouring down with rain at the moment, purely because, one, nobody wants to come out in the rain, which is fair enough, and two, that shed isn't the best at keeping the damp out. It doesn't get wet, but it does get damp in there, so I'd rather not. Yeah, and it's got no shelter at the moment, and the wind's been quite aggressive, so I can't put the gazebo up either. love a school cake. I love a school cake. There you go, guys. So these are going to go to the side to set, and then I'm going to package them in a little bit. Now onto chocolate. Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. If you can't tell, my energy levels are very low today. Hopefully, as the day goes on, they'll bump up a little bit. It's used to filming. Again, these are going to go to one side. Hopefully they set. I just need them to set enough that when I put them in the plastic bag, the packaging, it doesn't stick to the icing. If I put it in now, it would just stick. Don't get me wrong, the sprinkles do help to add a layer of protection. Just add a layer, but I just took my finger in that now. Nice. Chocolate sprinkles over the top. I think my next job is to get bread proving, and then we will get the Yule logs done. I got 2 Yule logs on order to be picked up tomorrow, so I'm going to get them done, and hopefully by the time they're finished, we can get a lot more stuff finished as well. I need to grab some more eggs today too, which I will probably go do in a minute. Hopefully they don't yell at me because I'm supposed to pick them up a lot sooner, but yeah, fingers crossed. Okay, right, so, not gonna lie, I went and got me eggs because I realised I needed more eggs than I had available to me today, and I didn't want to miss my egg pickup, which I usually pick up on a Monday, and today's a Friday, so it's been one of those kind of weeks. So I've got my eggs. I have turned the main lights off and put my strip lights on. These take a little less electricity because with the amount of fridges and stuff now, we've only got a certain amount of like input of electricity into my kitchen. So when the oven tries to heat up and clicks in to heat itself up, it flickers with the lights, which gives me a headache. So I put these ones back up to hopefully not. So the other end of the kitchen is a bit dark, but that's all right. We don't mind. Look, if I had a window here, I wouldn't have any lights on at all. But I don't, and obviously the shed's going there. So even if I did have a window there, it'd be blocked soon. So I am now going to start making breads. Right, I'm going to play. Sorry, I just wanted to get this ready. So breads are Bertha's job. So she is going to obviously be on the go now to do the breads and wash her up. Then I got to make cookie dough in her again, wash her up, and then I got to make pastry in her to get all the beef pasties done, ready for tomorrow. We're keeping an eye on the weather. The likelihood of me opening the shed today looks quite slim, purely because it's just damp and the shed is just doesn't do well in damp weather. Right. And then some hot water. I have to say I finally got to the point in my recipes where my bread recipe, I don't need to look at the rest. I don't need to look at the physical recipe. It is saved up in my head. So this particular batch will make 12 loaves. We're looking at doing probably 4 different flavors today. And one of which being a new flavor, we are going to try our hand at tiger loaves. So we're going to have our classic white, because we always do. We're going to do a tiger loaf, jalapeno and cheddar, and our sun-dried tomato loaves. We haven't done them in about 3 or 4 weeks. The sun-dried tomato and cheddar. So, yeah. Oh, too much. Bollocks. No, I do have to make another batch later on today. Do make another batch later on today to take with me tomorrow. I'm going to make that later on this afternoon, like this evening time. Probably the last things I bake before I leave, because the event we're doing tomorrow wants us to do breads as well, which is no worry, no, not a problem at all. But I have to get up really early in the morning to bake it, which is usually fine, but with the fact that the heating has to be on to do it, so if I do it literally in the evening before I go home, it's still within 24 hours of baking it, because the market starts at 9 a.m. If I have them all baked by 9 p.m, it's still within the 48 hours. They won't even be 48 hours old when we go to the market, so they should be so quite nice and soft. Okay. Now I'm going to add a little bit more, because I don't think that's right. So, yes. One day I'll share my bread recipe with you guys. I will. But I said the only recipe you can't, like, I've tweaked a lot of recipes, but the basics of my recipes I have had from other people. That's why I don't share them, because I feel like I'm sharing someone else's recipe. I usually say where I get them from. So I've tweaked this bread recipe. Not by much, but I have tweaked it, so I don't use the person's exact recipe. But yeah, you can pretty much find, the only one you can't find is my blondie and my brownie recipe. You can't find those anywhere, because the chef that gave them to me had basically made it, well, got it from another chef who made it from scratch. So it's got a couple of generations. And I have changed it again to my preference of how I like my brownie. I've tweaked the recipe, how much like chocolate I put. Trays fell. Crash bang wallet, bear with, wash my hands. Yeah, so I've tweaked the recipe quite a bit for those. It's a lovely sound. Listen to me wash my hands. Oh gosh. So, yes. Hoping I have enough bread flour. Oh, this is going to be very interesting. I forgot to buy some more yesterday. We need to start like buying in bulk again, especially with the new shed coming in. I was just kind of hoping we'd be able to get a delivery from Booker's because they said like, oh, we deliver your way, absolutely, we can deliver to you, and tried to apply for it. Nope, nothing. So there we go. It's supposed to be 60 grams of salt. I do not put 60 grams of salt into this. Absolutely not. Nope. They get all the bread makers yelling at me. I do use store butter in my bread. Makes them vegan. Makes them usable. So sometimes I will use it if I can get my other butter that I used to use, which is cheaper than this one. These work out to be it's like £1.50 a block now for these. Where my other ones I used to buy, worked out to be, I think, 78p per block, roughly. So don't get me wrong, if I could buy the other one still, I would. It's not that I couldn't buy it, it's just that I don't have the time to go to Booker's because I haven't got one just down the road. I have to go down the motorway, and it takes me about a good few hours of my day goes into doing that. Like, I have to book off a morning to do a Booker's run, which is not great. Right, I'm going to come back to you once the dough is ready to go, and then we'll start making Yule logs. Okay, so my bread is now done. Mix in, take her out the bowl. So I've greased my tub with a grease spray. Yep. In hopes that it will. Well, I know. Well, look at that. Right, you're gonna get hit. I do apologise. Nice. She's gonna proof for about an hour. Just remember, if you're making bread in bulk, it proves faster. So if it says it takes 2 hours to prove bread, expect it to be like an hour, if that. Now I'm going to be making 3 Yule logs now. I've just washed up the tins, just because I rarely do like Swiss roll stuff, like rarity in it being asked. We put Yule logs on the menu, but they don't really get asked many much this year. In the year, we actually have 5 on order, which is to the same person, but they've ordered 5. They want 2 now and 3 the day before Christmas Eve. I'm out of breath. So I've just washed up my trays. I'm going to get greased. These are my Swiss roll trays that someone gifted to me a while ago. you usually get used as if someone wants a random cookie or something, I just use these trays. So, I'm doing 3 because I want to be able to slice one up and take it with me tomorrow. If you want to order a big one for Christmas, they can. I am still taking orders because I'm crazy and apparently don't deserve sleep because I'm only getting actually Christmas Day off this year. I'm back in work on Boxing Day because we have a wedding cake to deliver on the 27th. I also want the shed to be open between Christmas and New Year as well. Anyway, right, I'm going to pause you and I'm going to come back to you once I've made the filling because I've got to concentrate. Not gonna lie to you guys, I forgot I was filming. These are done, these are going in the oven now. They're absolute to make, but they are now done. These are now they're going to go in the oven. They take about 20 to 25 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes. So, hope these turn out okay. Every time I make these, it reminds me why I don't like making them. But I put them in on the menu, so it's my own fault. So I'm currently trying to see if I can get some music on my TV. No. No, look-see. Some Christmas music, you know. Just want some Christmas songs. Anyway, I'm going to now clean up this bit. The bread's not going to be long and that's going to be made into stuff. So I think I need to find a job that's quick and easy to do, which is probably doing a load of washing up because that bread is literally going to be another like 5-10 minutes and that'll be ready to go. So I'm going to do that, get that done, and mess up stuff. Okay. Get the lid off while I'm here. She has grown. Maybe it's still on, yeah. Right now. Okay. Okay. So this will do 12 loaves of bread. Roughly. So I'm going to get this bit made. The only issue is I have to, as soon as the Yule logs are done, they have to come out and go onto bits of parchment and get wrapped. So as soon as these guys are done, which I don't think it's going to be much longer, I need to put them on parchment. Need a bigger cabin. A bigger boat. Right, before I do that, they need to rest for 2 seconds anyway. I'm just going to see if these are ready to come out. Need to brown just a little bit more. Not a lot, just a little bit more colour. Whee! Oh no. Teensy bit. More colour. Oh yay. Way up. I think they're going to need about another 5 minutes. So we're going to start doing these and then hopefully we'll change over and do that. So I weigh my loaves out between 550 and 600 grams. Maybe a bit more than that. a lot more. Because usually that gives me a decent sized loaf. Like I said, I can only fit 12 loaves in the oven at a time, so we'll just see how this goes. I don't do massive loaves because a lot of people who come buy bread for me, they only want the small loaf and they cut it in half. So, or they use it that day, so they kind of want it to be one and done sort of loaves. So that's why I don't make them massive. So our prices of our bread actually very so our classic white bread is about £2. We charge £2 for a white loaf, which I think is about standard. Yeah, £2 for a white loaf, and then about £2.50 for our cheese, and then for garlic ones as well. And then probably do £2 as well for the, well, probably, I don't know, for the tiger loaves, as long as they work, which I know. I think they will work and it'll be fine because I just got to make the topping for them. I just haven't done it before. So I don't do rolls really much anymore either. So I don't know, just kind of going with it. See what happens. Go with the flow. That's flour on my finger. You two can go between the two. It's kind of how I work it. My loaves don't come out the same size every single time because I'm not an induction. I'm not sure industry oven. No, I do spray my tins. I know you don't really have to, but I do because they like to stick. It's an absolute ball ache, so I do spray them. I do. My technique for doing bread is probably different than everyone else's, but it's what I do. How I do it. A lot of flour on the inside. Breathing heavy again, I do apologise. So that's our classic white done. To get to those out of the oven ASAP. And then round of this. Go to one side. I'm going to probably take, before I do the next load, I'm going to take these out and do these. Usually have to do this, but it's still piping hot straight out of the oven, so. Come on. I messed up on this one. still going on this way. Just need to cut around you a little bit. Today's not my day. Okay. Your logs are done. They're cooling. I was going to film me doing it, but they were being a bit of complicatedness with them, so I decided against that. Now I need to get these done really quickly because I don't want them to overproof. These ones are going to be our tiger loaves. Very low on spray. Not good. We need very small, which means probably won't be here till after Christmas now. So. I do sandwich loaves, one because they fit in the shed better. When we have the bigger shed, we might try and do different sizes, but we mainly do it tiger loaves, not tiger loaves, sandwich loaves because they fit in the shed better. We can get more variety in there, and I think a lot of our customers just prefer to have slices of bread, personally. So a lot of them were like, "Oh no, we prefer the sandwich loaf." So I do what my customers want me to do. Today's day. Craziness. This one, I'm just going to do cheese, I think, for this one, and then get some of our sun-dried tomatoes. We're doing cheddar and garlic. Oh, I don't know. I should do cheddar or cheddar and garlic. I think we might just do cheddar, today. And then do sun-dried tomato and cheddar. Come on. Wait up. I do treat. I think I've got some pre-grated cheddar already in here. She says. She does. Use up this cheddar. I kind of prefer it when I grate it myself because I make it thinner. And I feel like you just get more in your loaf in the sense of like same weight wise, but it just spreads out so you get more of an even, so every slice gets cheese in it. Ay. And then we put some more cheddar on top. Quite a bit more cheddar on top. I want it to look cheesy. You know what I mean? Look the part. If I want a cheese loaf, I want cheese, Oh gosh. Okay, the only issue I currently have is I don't think I've got any sun-dried tomatoes pre-sliced. I haven't done them in such a while because I just haven't had a chance to. No, I don't. I've actually got a lot left. To buy some more soon. Buy some more. So I kind of try and do the cheese ones last because the cheese gets everywhere. Probably going to do these and then leave this video here for today. It'll be like part 1 of today, and then we'll do another. I'll keep filming, but I might just leave this video here. So you're not getting massive videos. You don't want watch massive clunks of videos. I know I don't, especially if you watch it on certain platforms. You want short and sweet and simple. That ain't me. Skithers. When I say you do not need a lot of these sun-dried tomatoes, they are very strong in flavour. Oh, yeah. Getting very warm. It may be time for another cup of tea break. My plan is to basically not leave today until everything is done. So I may not be leaving here till about midnight. I'd rather stay late and get it all done than have to wake up really early in the morning, which I do struggle with early morning wake-ups. Holly from the future here, realising I didn't actually do an outro for this video. I hope you enjoyed. There isn't going to be a part 2 for this video. The part 2 kind of didn't really happen, as I got almost to a night shift, and I might do like a little snippet of what we did, because we did do sausage rolls in that video, but by that, I'm pretty much not going to do a part 2. I hope you enjoy the way we're doing the videos. Hopefully coming into the new year with the new shed and everything, we can be a bit more into it. As you can tell, I have a slight yarn collection behind me. I am now done for the night after doing a load of invoicing, so I'm now going to go sit downstairs and crochet my little heart out. My other half has got his Legos on the other side of my office. So yes, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of the day, and I will catch you hopefully in the next video in a couple of days. Bye guys.